this out. See how it works.
All right.
You can point that camera downwards, by the way. You can change it wherever you want. Like point it.
I think I got it good.
You got it?
Yeah.
There we go. Dude, we're live.
Yay.
See how this goes here? We've got our live stream. I ran it public, and we're having some fun together. We'll do a little introduction.
Welcome to our new home.
Yeah. We haven't done a live stream in quite some time.
In a while, so we can't mess up.
No. I mean, if we get viewers on here, it'll be great. We can just talk, and it'll save the stream when we're done and put it on the site.
So anybody can go on there and just chat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody
I mean,
around the
not
world?
many people are going to want to watch a channel with like 12 subscribers, probably.
Oh, come on. We're too good looking.
Yeah, I wish. I wish that was the case, but I don't know if that's the reality of it. I'll tell you, we've had an interesting week. I know we've been talking about that bat stuff, and so I've been sorting with that some more. And with a bat, we had a bat colony in a home. And
I didn't hear about this.
You didn't hear about
No.
this? Oh wow. Okay, so we had.
You said bat, and I'm thinking like a baseball bat. I'm like, what?
Ooh, bat. It's still ongoing, so I'll anonymize everything. But we're dealing with an issue on a property where there is a bat infestation after the client purchased the property, and I sincerely believe that the previous owner knew about it and took steps to hide it, which is not good in Texas because it's you end up with a situation where you have an undisclosed latent defect, and we found out the bats, get this too, Jeff, were an endangered species.
Oh, how many bats are we talking about?
Over 100. So, I mean, this whole thing, how this has kind of come together is kind of interesting because, we've dealt, 20 years in real estate, you deal with obviously a lot of problems. You see a lot of things that are going on. You see issues with, different types of infestations, possums and San Antonio.
Bees. I've seen bees,
That happens quite a bit out in the country. If a home's not occupied, then it will end up with you'll end up having, bees moving into the wall in certain areas. But bats, 100 bats. And they're an endangered species. So how they remove the bats, they don't kill the bats. They put these one-way doors in where they can leave the home.
But can't come back in. Crazy. So it's just money.
Yeah. So exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Like how this is going on is like you end up in this situation where people pay money for to deal with. It was like $3,800, I think, or a substantial amount. To get rid of it. So, but they also have to open up the walls. They have to go through and do there's a removal process for the feces and everything.
The good thing is no mosquitoes.
I like bats.
I like bats too.
Because bats are
maybe not 100 of them on my property in my house, but
yeah,
too many vampire movies.
Too many vampire movies. Yeah, this is weird. Like being live, it's fun. We had someone come and watch, and so hello there. If you're watching us or someone we know, talk and chat and let us know, guys.
Chat back, yeah.
Yeah, chat back. It's
been a while since it's been me and you.
I know, dude. We've been
We're in the other
interviewing
room
people for a long time for the company and with the agents, and it's been going pretty well. Tell me about your week, Jeff. How's it gone in real estate?
This week's been a tough week. You know about it.
I
know. In real estate, it's a roller coaster. Ups and downs. And this week has been a down week. We lost 2 deals this week.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you know what that means? What that tells me, what I need to do?
Go on vacation?
No. Well, that's going to be happening anyways. That's already planned. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
What it means is you get back on the horse. It means I do an open house this weekend with one of my other listings. And I get very positive and, things happen to good people. That's what I always say. And good things happen to people that work hard. So I'm doing an open house. I'm manifesting this. During the open house, I'm going to get a buyer through that open house to come through and make an offer on my listing. And we're going to be under contract.
For those watching, Jeff has a background of almost 14 years in real estate. My background is about 20 years in real estate. Actually, going on 20, 25, 26, depending on if before being licensed and just working on homes and such. So long-standing background, working within real estate, decades of experience. I've restored homes, from scratch, in the Tobin Hills, the downtown area of San Antonio for many years, dealt with thousands of deals. And so, we do typically it's like an internal show for our real estate company, but we throw it public if anyone wants to talk and have some fun with us. We might as
Yeah.
well have some fun with it, and then we'll just upload it on there on our, locally here on our private Facebook group, which is cool. But I mean, we can kick into this for talking about the market. What spurred, like, kind of started this off, Jeff, was Alex. Alex, my wife, because there's many Alexes in the company, but we were at lunch today, and it's something that she's brought up a lot.
That's awesome. That's
So it's
cute.
nice. It's nice.
No,
It's
it's
really
cute.
cool.
Take your wife out to lunch. It's a lunch
yeah.
expense. Yeah.
It's cool because like it's a business expense, and we're talking shop and doing business the whole time. But she shared with me a video of a social media post talking about affordability, trying almost like talking about boomers not holding onto their homes, not selling, throwing the market off, raising prices, and things have ground to a halt, and there's a financial crisis coming.
Yep.
Very.
And I saw a report today that the foreclosure market is the highest it's going to be. All this negativity you hear, and I two things I believe. I think some of it's political, no matter what side you're on. Some of it's political, and negative news sells.
I agree with that, and the theme being myth versus reality is the question: is it true? I think a lot of people are like, well, it's kind of confusing because you can see wildly different reports, like on the market and like what's happening, and they can all be true. And let me explain what I mean by that. Okay, so in San Antonio, here, if anyone's watching, like you're in San Antonio, we operate in a little bit of a bubble compared to many places. And this is like when you try to like sit there and talk about national stats, I think if you want like a good analogy of why I hate looking at national stats is this: who cares about the national average temperature?
Yeah, exactly.
I really think about that for the weather. Because it's so meaningless at like how you individually make decisions, what the national average temperature is. And so when you look at average stats like average increase, decrease in sales, average median price, it's too general. It's not specific enough to really give people something they can work with. Because even San Antonio, if it's fragmented. I mean, okay, Jeff, what areas of San Antonio are moving versus not?
Oh yeah, like Alamo Ranch is probably not as moving as much as, let's say, the South Side right now, or even the I-35 corridor. So it's very hyper focused on what area you're in. You're right about the national stats. You can't really look at them. I think it's their headlines.
It is
a lot of it's headlines, a lot of it's clickbait.
So in this discussion, she talked about like almost framing it as, I hate to use it because it's such a politically charged phrase, like a class struggle kind of between like those who have homes versus who do not have homes. And home prices being exorbitant, starter homes being unaffordable. And like, I believe in affordability. And that's one of the things about San Antonio I really like.
Well, but home prices have gone down.
Exactly. Home prices in most areas of San Antonio over the last few years have declined a little bit, very little bit. Certain areas it stayed the same, other areas have grown. But that's part of knowing the market, is knowing which areas have been affected versus not. I mean, you're just taking one city, and you literally I could go on a map and like start drawing up all the different areas and how they're in areas. Some areas improving, some areas having problems. We're kind of in this place where some's moving up, some's moving down. You can't just generalize even just San Antonio.
That's true.
It's bullshit.
That's true.
But here's what is, in my opinion, from an accounting background, statistics background, working on homes, investments in real estate, like what's really going on in the market is supply and demand. I think you cannot avoid that. San Antonio, the number of transactions is declined over the last 3-4 years to the same level, we've talked about this before, to 2013. Okay, well, yeah, it's an affordability issue. People can't afford. You have the prices go up, interest rates go up, affordability goes down, less people buying.
Then what
demand
happens?
Declines. Supply increases.
And prices go down.
Yeah, and as an adjustment, people bid. Sellers are bidding for buyers in a sense, and so prices go downwards. And we had the largest amount of homes on the market ever in the history of San Antonio. I mean, that's just the reality of it. That's not the same. So what's so crazy about this is I was talking to a realtor up northeast, okay? And they're like, oh, man, they were complaining they couldn't get homes to sell.
Wow.
Couldn't get it, like in their area, no homes for sale. Nothing, barely anything market sells in one day. And they've never left 21, 22. They've
Huh.
never left that kind of market. Isn't that nuts?
Well, see, and here it's different because homes are selling every day. All right. If you go to a title company, there's closings every single day. So homes are selling.
Yeah. Well, it's a major city.
And until the day you have 0 sales in a day, that's when you have a problem, I think. But homes are selling every day. But what homes are selling? Homes that are priced right,
Yep.
not unrealistic. Homes that are priced right, and then they're presented correctly.
Homes that people can afford.
Yeah.
And when you have a market with no homes for sale, that only means people with the most amount of money and the most resources can buy if there's zero supply. And so, like, that leads kind of like to the difference between, I think the biggest difference between markets is not really a measurement of like boomers versus other age groups and such.
Mm-mm.
I think I actually, if you want my opinion, population's gone up, but the supply of homes in a lot of areas, if you go look at the amount of new construction versus population growth, it is not kept up at all.
No.
At all. And that's a huge problem. That's not the problem here. The cost of construction in San Antonio has allowed that supply to come in of starter homes to hit that generation that's coming
I
in
mean, look
right
at
now.
Lennar. You know,
Yeah.
they're disclaimer, they're not my favorite builder, but they're building a lot of affordable homes. I saw someone advertising, and it was a Lennar home. They didn't say it was, but I could tell.
Yeah.
And it was like a shotgun house, real
Yeah, I know
small.
exactly
It was a
what you're talking
tiny. It was a tiny house. It was $125,000, brand new home.
Yeah.
Payment was $825 a month.
That's nutty. But that works for
But
someone.
it's affordable.
It's a home.
It's a home.
People can afford the dang thing, and because there's a supply of that, you have all these homes that are coming on the market, lifting in where resale is competing with new construction, and that competition is healthy for buyers. It's
Sure.
kept home prices have stayed low, and now we're seeing actually an uptick, as we talked about in the last sales meeting. There's been an uptick in the number of transactions. That's a healing market. Versus, okay, let's look at another market. No new construction, none. I really think about this. The population's gone up,
Yeah.
but there's not enough homes for people to buy, and that means those homes that go on the market, they're bidding against each other. The prices are going up and up and up and up and up and up because people are fighting just to get into a home, and only the people with the most amount of money are getting able to afford that. But that's what it's worth because there's literally no other option.
Or I'll get even worse, where then no one buys,
Well, because they can't afford
and
it.
that has not happened in San Antonio.
It's all about supply and demand. And then the real problem, I believe, boils down to funny enough, new construction.
Yeah.
How friendly is a market to new construction? And then not all markets are friendly.
This market is. San Antonio is.
San Antonio is very friendly to new construction, but
And
not other
okay, now it's
markets.
time to be like blunt about
Yeah.
homes. You know, San Antonio has an oversupply, and I'm not offending anybody since we're live here, I guess.
it's reality.
It's reality. We have an oversupply of crappy homes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
People think they're selling their homes in the year 2000, where you had multiple bidders and it didn't matter the condition of your home. This day, more than ever, condition matters.
Well,
It
people
matters.
are picky.
It matters just as much, or even more than price, is the condition of the home.
Because buyers have options and lots
That's
of
right.
competition, only the homes that have the best interior, exterior, match the needs of buyers today are selling. It's a simple concept at the end of the day. It's competition in play.
Here's the magic. There's only two things that sell homes, and I've said this from day one: price and condition.
Yeah.
Or you can use the word presentation.
Yeah, that's the one I use.
Price
yeah.
and presentation are a
Price
way
and
to sell a home.
presentation.
That's the match. So as a listing agent, those are the two things I focused on: is
Yeah.
price and presentation. I make sure my presentation is good. I mean, we just put on a listing, this week, and it took me 2 days from the time I got the photos back to the
Yeah.
time we listed on MLS to get it ready, because I had to make sure that presentation was perfect.
Yeah.
So photos matter, virtual tours matter, making the home staged either virtually or have it physically staged is important in this market. Years ago,
competitive.
just a few years ago, we could just literally take it with our camera phone, and just slap it on the MLS and it will sell with multiple offers.
How healthy
Can't-
is that though?
It
In
creates,
my opinion,
to me, it
it's not
creates
healthy.
laziness and no value.
Competition makes people work better, and this concept is an old as time. And but when there's no competition of homes, and like, why do certain areas? So I was talking with Alex, like, why are certain areas experiencing this problem? And it's an unfriendly environment to new construction that can't keep up with the growth of the population. I really believe at the end of the day, that is the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems we face. And you can and like, what can we chalk that up to? Okay, I asked that agent, how's y'all's new construction in your neighborhood? I'm in your city.
Good one.
How is it? He goes, city council issue. They say it's a pain to get developments done. They fight it. The citizens fight it. They want to retain the small town feel. It's a town of a few hundred, I think a city, a small city of close to 50,000 or something like that, and they fight it. And they fought.
So they got rid of inventory
developments.
or potential inventory.
They fought it off.
It's
Yeah.
going to increase prices.
Yep.
They'll decrease affordability for people because wages have gone up, but not as much as inflation.
Yep.
So there you go.
And so, if a market's unfriendly to new construction, how can it keep up with the population growth? How can you have the supply of homes? And that's not an age or a class issue. I mean, like, it's a fundamental issue of supply versus demand, and that's the reality of it. Like, and so when, like, you see people on TikTok talking about like all these other reasons, it's not as exciting to say, well, you can't. It's too hard to build in the area. They won't approve developments. That's one I heard from a friend. It's a struggle to get developments approved. The cost of construction is astronomical for a variety of reasons. Sometimes regulations are very challenging.
Yeah.
Friend in California, I walked me through what it's like to build and what it's like to sell and what are the costs they have to deal with. And it's exorbitant. The taxes, it's exorbitant. Like, I don't even know how anyone makes it, but everything sells for $1 million. Well, that's how the only way they can make it work.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can make it work. You know, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. But for an agent's point of view, and that's what I always try to do.
Yeah.
Always try to bring things, Brad's the big picture guy. I always try to bring it to an agent's point of view because I am an agent. There's no excuse.
What do you mean by
There's
that?
no excuse for not having business or it's slow.
Oh,
All that
yeah.
negativity is not your excuse
Yeah.
to give up. You lose 2 deals in a week. Ugh, that's not an excuse. You have to get back on the horse because the agents that are hustling right now, the agents that are contacting their sphere of influence, which is the best source of business you're ever going to get, are going to be the agents that are going to be successful when it gets booming, and they're going to be ahead of the curve.
Well, we're already seeing it. I mean, we've had a phenomenal year. Like, I've been really happy at the office level. And like, we strongly, work in that resale market and listings, a lot of listings.
Mhm.
And it's nice to see that number of transactions. We're beating out the market stats, so I'm pleased with that. And you look at like working in these different markets as an agent, how do you work in a market with no supply versus like, I mean, what the experience is like. Imagine living, I mean, to me, I would dread that being in 2021 forever.
I'm opposite. I loved it.
Is a listing agent.
But I was a
Nice.
listing. I was mostly a listing agent.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah, really. But also, it's a fight now, though. You get to use, you don't just put it on the market. It's not just about a bidding war and collecting. I mean, dude, I got 35 offers on Burn Oak.
That's
back in the
crazy.
day. Isn't that nuts?
That's not even back in the day. That was
21. That was
no.
in 2021.
What?
Burnt Oak, not Coral Grove.
Coral Grove, you had a lot of
Four.
offers too.
I had 4. Now, I priced that really well to get multiple offers on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was this year. You had multiple offers on a house.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
No, it was late last year. It was late within the last 12 months. So
Right.
I sold my last the first home Alex and I moved into. We sold that and renovated and sold it. And I mean, I bought it for $115 and sold it for like $285. I mean,
Nice.
that went pretty well.
Nice.
That was nice.
But this last one, it was easy.
Yeah.
You had multiple offers. You got the price that you wanted, and it wasn't a challenge.
There's some agents, and I think a valid strategy for working in a market with a lot of listings is not to try to hit the highest price, but to get a price that gets the most amount of attention. And that takes trust when working with a seller who's willing to trust you with that strategy. Like,
Yeah.
guys, I'd rather we price aggressively. Let's get the multiple offers, get people seeing how much people love that home, be able to have some negotiation power, fight the buyers against each other, and be able to configure the offer to an offer that matches what you're looking for, versus begging the buyer and like the buyer feeling like they just have all the power on earth all the way to closing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's always fun on that. But guys, we'll probably do this more on the live stream. I know we've had someone watching. Thank you for watching us. I hope you're enjoying having fun with us. Probably one of our agents.
Who's watching us?
Yeah,
Name
put something in the chat.
Name yourself.
Name yourself. Say something. Here, I'll type in. This will be fun.
Yeah.
Say.
Don't make us guess. Don't be shy.
That's fun.
We don't bite.
Well,
Or if you're watching this, if you have a topic that you'd like us to cover.
Oh, it's Brian Seals. Oh, cool. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, this is our first time going live on YouTube. So I guess you've been the one. Are you driving around, brother?
Please
You
don't.
too.
Please don't be driving.
Yeah, be careful. I know we had a lunch schedule for today. We had to reschedule. Brian's got some business coming up near Austin,
Nice.
which is really cool.
Nice. But yeah, if y'all ever have suggestions about topics or questions, put them in the chat and we'll
Man, dude, we'll have some
be fun.
Subscribe, Brian. Subscribe to this. We're gonna do
Subscribe
it.
and
We're
like
having
and
some
share.
fun. Exactly. And I got Laura.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're
in the
here?
office.
Are
Well,
you
come on in
busy?
here.
Dude, you should come in and hang out. Oh, shoot.
Don't be shy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to end the stream with that. I think we've had our fun little talk today, Jeff.
We did.
This
Thank
has been
you.
Good. This has been, I love you, Jeff.
I
What
love
are
you
doing this
more.
weekend?
Doing an open house.
Nice.
Getting back on the horse again, I guess.
I'm going to go swim in Dad's lake, little mini lake. It's going to be fun.
Have
Oh,
you-
Austin office. Okay.
Have you tested the water in that pond?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
clean. It's all
Okay.
rainwater, dude.
Okay.
It's got a whole ecosystem in there.
I know.
It's fine.
That's pretty cool.
It's not stagnant water.
Okay.
There's fish living in it, tons of fish. It's like Canyon Lake.
Well, and your dad was telling me how fish get into a pond like that through
Yeah.
birds.
On their feet, the eggs on their feet.
He
or they
told me that, and I
flow
thought that
in.
was. I was like, what?
Dude,
Oh, that was
Dad's-
amazing.
You know what? I can probably show this on here. Let me pull this up here on Facebook, and I'll just show you guys. Dad's. Hang on, I'll swap the screen over here before. Let's look at Devoit Dad's lovely politics. Go down.
What does he call it? Lake
Where is his? Okay, Lake. Yeah, here we go.
BTJ.
There has to be millions
There we go.
of insects on top of my pond. I don't know if this shows, if you can tell it. I
Yeah,
got through clear in my
I
eyes.
mean, you can see.
In fact, if not thousands,
So he's showing like there's insects and stuff
on
like that.
a
there.
pond
It's
that size,
huge.
every
You kind of see the
of
scope
insects
of it all.
on top of my pond.
Wow.
And that it's pretty crazy how did I ever tell you the history on that pond? I don't know how much we've ever talked on. I can't remember.
Your dad's talked to me a little bit about it.
So it is the and Brian, you'll get a kick out of this because you like to fish. In the 1800s, did I tell you on the history of the Hans family who originally moved
No.
to that area? Okay, so this Hans family was one that bought out there, like bought this large tract of land, this giant ranch, kind of north of 46 and 281, and it was built by them without any power, like machinery, tractors and such. We're talking by mules.
Yeah.
And supposedly, according to Dad in his research, talking with like a local historian, it's like the largest in this whole area, like the Tri-County area, and in a larger area at the time, it was the largest man-made dam at that time. It's crazy.
Right there?
Yeah, it's really large, and so there's metal cables. Dad was digging in there. The core became compromised, the clay core on the interior by the trees on the backside of the pond went through, and water was flowing through, so it wouldn't hold water very well. Okay, it would seep through. the
Yeah, a
clay
few years
core.
ago that was dry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was always dry.
Yeah.
And then he dug into it, rebuilt part of it, and like compacted it all, and put like an outer layer of clay
Wow.
which is naturally occurring in that area all around it. And you saw that it's holding. So far, it seems to be.
So he
holding
didn't
water.
line it.
Clay
Wow.
compacted it.
So for Texas agents, if Mr. Bernie would ever want to sell this property, there's new disclosures he'd have to do.
That's true. Yeah, you have the surface and groundwater disclosure that'd be required. And you could talk about the 2 wells he's got on the property. He'd have to. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you all need to come out sometime and check that out.
You know what we should do for fun?
What's
Have
that?
him fill out one of those disclosures.
Just to see what it would look like
Yeah.
if he sold it.
And we could talk about that if anybody has questions.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, Brian Seals loves fishing. So Dad's got catfish in there.
How big are they?
I don't know.
Are they
He's put 'em
babies
in.
or?
They were babies when he put them in there, but we don't know what's floated in because we had almost like a river flowing in from these upper ponds, and so that's also how like all these sunfish got in there, perch got in.
You just got to go find out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Cool.
Well, guys, love y'all. God bless you guys. You'll have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
And I'll see you all. We'll try live streaming some more. Have some fun.
There you go.